Hey, what's up, y'all? On YouTube land, CC here. Wanted to come through and do a daytime nomination breakdown list for you all. Um, Nominations were revealed, what was it, Wednesday afternoon. No big surprises for me personally. It's just the same old bullshit names that you see every single season when it comes to this award show. And that's no tea or no shade against any of the performers who actually did some very, very good work. But at the same time, you just didn't see any new names. You didn't see any names that you thought that would be on the list, that should have been on the list, really. That really just was like, okay, okay, I could get down with that. But, of course, outside of the mere fact of maybe best young actor and actress, pretty much everything was the same. We got best leading actress. So we got Heather Tahn, Nancy Lee Grahn, Laura Wright, Just Walton, and Gina Tognoni. And for me personally, in terms of this category, pretty much everybody's favorite to win it is going to be Heather Tom. Personally, I think she is going to win. Now, that's not to say that Nestle Grahn or Laura Wright couldn't, put something together, because they had some relatively good scenes, especially towards the end of this calendar year last year. But I just think that this is, for me, I think that the committee, is going to want to make sure that Heather Tom wins it for the sixth time, wins her sixth Emmy, rather, for the sixth time, because she's going for the elusive, Erica Slezak record. And so they're gonna make sure that she at least ties her record. Hell, I won't even be surprised if Erica Slezak is the one to give out the award for best leading actress in the category. Then you motherfuckers will know, like, Heather Tom gonna win. Then Now, in terms of surprises, no big surprises, but at the same time, Just Walton, I'm very disappointed that they didn't put Christian Alfonso up in here, because, yeah, her storyline might have not, tickled a lot of people's fancies and stuff like that, but if we're going to base the Emmys about, you're only as good as your best reel, she had a lot of scenes last year, particularly in her storyline that, could have been Emmy worthy. But again, I just think that this all came down to Emmy politics and stuff. And, they just went with what they knew. So they put Just Walton up in there. And that's not to, poo-poo on, Just Walton's nomination, because, again, she's a very good actress. I've been watching her ever since Capital, ever since I was a little girl, but I just felt like this should have been Christian Alfonso's time to get a nomination. She ain't been nominated since, like, 84, 85, but, hey, it is what it is. I mean, it sucks. I still haven't really fully forgiven the Emmys ever since they shitted on her back, what was it, in the mid-2000s, as it pertained to the Zach storyline. So, and they didn't give her a nomination with that. I mean, there were some great performances, not only from her, but, her other co-stars in that storyline, but she was by far the best actress in that whole storyline, and they did not give her a nomination. So that, that told me right there that the Emmys are full of shit back then. But again, it is what it is. So then we get to best leading actor rather. So then here's the list. We got Billy Flynn, Peter Bergman, Christoph St. John, Scott Clifton, Vincent Alizari. All right, so we got three men up in here going for the Triple Crown: Scott Clifton, Christoph St. John, and Vincent Alizari. Billy Flynn is the newcomer, and Peter Bergman, he's pretty much is the the David Canary of this category. You can constantly keep just throwing his name up in here, and it's all good, because Peter Bergman is an exceptional actor and stuff like that. And he did also have some good stuff towards the end of the year, especially when it came to Jack finding out that his brother Billy was fucking Phyllis, and his emotional scenes with that. However, just like how I am about this whole Christian Alfonso thing on the actress side, where the hell is Jason Thompson. Jason Thompson, he was in 2016 the definition of a lead actor, especially on Y&R. He was the definition of a leading actor, and he didn't get it. Really? Like, again, if we're talking about as good as your real, as people keep on saying, I would love to know what he put out there. Now he's another one that kind of, he's another that kind of got screwed over about 3 years ago. Even though I am not against Doug Davison winning over him, because Doug Davison did have a monster reel, when he won, I think it was like 2013, I think, or 14. I can't remember the year, shit. But it was one of them years, and Jason Thompson was supposed to be the winner of that category, and they took, Doug Davison. Now, this year, we go to Y&R, and he's not even on the list. If I had to take out somebody out of this list, I'm sorry. I love Vincent Alizari, but I would have traded him and just put Jason Thompson up in there. Because to me personally, I'm just like, Vincent Alizari's character, his story. And see, this is what I understand. Okay, some people will say, oh, Kristen Alfonso's storyline for the actress was not all that great. But here's Vincent Alizari putting his name over here on the actor's side, and he gets the nomination. And his story was his story was by far way more a hot mess, in my opinion, on Days of Our Lives. I mean, especially that intro storyline, and how they say he spent 30 years in jail, and, they try to do oh, God. I'm not even going to relive that. If you watch Days, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, how they introduced, the Deimos character onto the show, and how they try to tell the backstory of his past love, and how Victor screwed him. I mean, just a mess. But again, a lot of this Emmy politics, name recognition, and considering that Vincent Alizari had won twice before, he won a Best Young Actor, he's won a Best Supporting Actor. I mean, why not have 3 actors up in one category that could possibly, take a crack at winning the Triple Crown? For me, the favorite coming out of this is probably early, but I'm going to go ahead and say Christoph St. John is probably going to win it. Neil did have some really good scenes, especially with his mother, those closure scenes. I mean, anybody can relate to that. And I think when an Emmy committee looks at that, and they'll say, okay, this is pretty good. This is pretty good stuff. Now, that's my favorite thus far. Now, we jump down to supporting actress. Okay, so we got Stacey Hajduk, Autumn Marie Horsford, Kate Mancy, Kelly Sullivan, and Finola Hughes. Okay, here's my what the fuck moment. Why the hell is Finola Hughes in supporting? Ain't she a lead on General Hospital? And I don't even know what the hell she did on General Hospital to even get a supporting nomination. For real. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, I know what Laura Wright did. I know what Nancy Lee Grahn did. But Finola Hughes draws a blank for me, because wasn't she off the show for at least about 2 months because she was on vacation? She took a vacation. So I'm trying to understand that one. But for me, look, I'm going with, when I think of supporting actor or actress, I am thinking supporting actor or actress, okay? And for me, the only 2 people that sticks out to me in terms of that is Autumn Marie Horsford and Stacey Hajduk. And I just loved what Autumn Marie did, especially early in the season of Bold and the Beautiful, as it pertained to, her character and her daughter and her daughter's half sister finding, what was her name? Sasha, I think, finding out that, they were sisters, and finding out that her husband, kept this dark secret. And I mean, that's some good soap. I mean, that's realistic. That's to the heart right there. And then, of course, you got Stacey Hajduk playing, of course, crazy ass Patty, from YNR. I mean, what she did in that, Scully Christian stuff, I think in November Sweeps. I mean, she did some really, really good stuff. Then we go over to supporting actors. So we got James Reynolds, John Aniston, Dominic Stamprania, let's see, Chad Duell, and the guy who played Carlos. I totally forgot his name. Sorry. Again, I don't have a list in front of me. I'm just going off the dome. And for me personally, I have no problem with James Reynolds being on. Look, again, he is the definition of a supporting actor. He hardly gets the screen time on Days of Our Lives, okay? So when he does come on Days of Our Lives and they use him for at least about 40 times a year, okay? He comes in, he does his work, he gives out a good performance, and he's out of there. You see what I'm saying? So it's, for me, hey, I have no problem with that. I'm pretty sure he turned in a lot of the stuff surrounding, Abe being shot during the whole press conference and stuff. So that's cool. John Aniston, he's getting his just due being on the nominate. He's never been nominated to this point, so I'm pretty shocked about that one. But yeah, he's definitely a supporting actor. I have no problem with him being on the list. I think that, he turned in a lot of his stuff, especially with Vincent Alizari, him being in the hospital. I think when Deimos was trying to kill him, and then how he dealt with a lot of his emotional scenes when Maggie was going through her prognosis when Deimos pushed her down the stairs. So I'm pretty sure he turned in a nice little reel for supporting. Did I even say Steve Burton? Steve Burton's in this category too. Yeah, Steve Burton, totally a supporting actor. He, did some great stuff again in November Sweeps, December. I don't know when the cutoff point was, but he did a lot of great scenes dealing with the Christian Scully stuff and, those emotional scenes. And I mean, hey, if he ends up winning this category, I won't be too, upset about that one. I think he is pretty much the favorite to win it. But again, I think John Aniston could very well win it. As for Chad Duell, Chad Duell probably turned in a lot of that Sabrina stuff. Dominic Stamprania, I don't even know what's going on there next. As for the best young actor and actresses, look, I'm just going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it short as I possibly can. If Brian Craig, Pearson Fraud on the men's side, and what is her name? The girl who plays, what is her name? Rain Edwards. What is the chick name in this category? Lexi Ainsworth. To me, they are by far the favorites in this category. If those four young people don't win, one of those four young people don't win for their respective categories, just no, I'm sorry. I just think that best younger actor and actress is a damn joke. But anyhow, so last but not least, we're going to get to the categories a lot of people usually look forward to. Best writing, best director, best show. All four shows are nominated. What can you do? There's only 4 of them left, people. Let's keep it pushing on that. Now, in terms of who's the favorite going to be, I'm going to get to best directing. I think that it's either going to be YNR or General Hospital. I think probably General Hospital will win because I just think that they're going to win that. Best writing, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say Days of Our Lives. Yes. Yeah. Look, You're only as good as your last reel, people. And depending on what Dina Higley turned in for best writing and Josh Griffith and Ryan Kwan turned in, I'm pretty sure when it's all said and done, they gonna throw out the best stuff that they put, that they could find from a busted ass storytelling year, okay? So I would not be surprised if Days of Our Lives takes this category. I want them to win this category. Not because I want them to, because they had such an exceptional year. I want them to win because I want to see the memes that comes out of it on Twitter. Because you know how Twitter can fucking be. Because Because usually when Twitter hears somebody has won a category or is nominated for something on any award show, people always comes up with the funniest memes, and I just need to have that in my life. So I really do want Days of My Lives to win this category. And plus, I just don't think. Also, the other shows had other exceptional years in terms of writing. From what I have been told and what tweets I see on Twitter, I just don't think so. But hey, it is what it is. But that's my pick. And as for best show, I'm gonna go out and say who's gonna win best show is gonna be Y&R. Again, just like the best writing category, people might hate Jill Farren Phelps and Chuck Pratt. But let me tell you something about Jill Farren Phelps particularly. The bitch could put out a mean reel, honey. If you are a General Hospital fan, you know that bitch can put out a reel just like anybody else. I mean, she is the queen of an effective reel, okay? So, you know what's up. She's done it at Santa Barbara. She did it on General Hospital. And of course, she has done it before on Y&R. So don't be surprised if she is putting together one hell of a breed. And you gotta understand too about Y&R. While people bitched and complained about it on, social media and said that it's not a very good show, it's too dark, it's too this, it's too that. Let me tell you, so Jill Farren Phelps has enough material for a calendar year, okay, where she can just pull out scene after scene after scene after scene and put it into a reel and make it look just on point, that the committee will look at that and say, okay, this is hot. I can say that I can give my, vote to the show for best show. You feels me? So I can see Jill Fairfax, and you gotta understand too that the committee looks at only like 4 hours of episodes, with the exception of Bold and Beautiful. I think Bold and Beautiful turns in like 4 episodes, but they're only like 2 hours. Okay, since they're a 30-minute show. I just think that the early favorite in terms of winning the most Emmys this year is gonna be Y&R. To be frank, because last year they had a down year. They only had one actress win it, and that was Jessica Collins. So this year, I think that Y&R is going to take home a lot of the big prizes, except for maybe like, best lead actress maybe. But I just believe that Y&R is going to be the big winners of the Emmys in April. So yeah, so those are my picks, those are my rundowns. Rate, comment, subscribe, let me know who you think are gonna win these awards. Holla at y'all later. Peace.